Hey guys, welcome back to Digit.in, and today we are going to compare the OnePlus 5T, which starts at 32,999 rupees, with the new Honor View 10 priced at 29,999 rupees. Before we begin with the comparison, here is a quick look at the specifications of both the smartphones. As you can see from the specifications, the Honor View 10 is available in the 128GB variant only, offering more built-in storage than the entry-level OnePlus 5T. The View 10 also has a bigger battery. Is it enough to be better than the OnePlus 5T? Well, let's begin the comparison with the display. The OnePlus 5T now has a taller display with the design more or less similar to its predecessor. Only to make room for the taller display, the fingerprint sensor has been moved to the back. The Honor View 10 also sports a taller display but has managed to retain the physical home button with the fingerprint sensor on the top. Between the two, we prefer the grip of the OnePlus 5T more than the Honor View 10, even though the OnePlus 5T feels more slippery. The way the back curves to meet the display on the front made the phone feel sturdy in the palm. The View 10 also has an ergonomic design, but it has a more conventional flat design. Although the fact remains that the OnePlus 5T still looks a lot like the iPhone 7 Plus, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. The OnePlus 5T has the same AMOLED panel it used in the OnePlus 5. But the pixel count has increased to 2160p thanks to the 18:9 aspect ratio. The Honor View 10 has an LTPS IPS display of the same resolution. Despite keeping up with changing times, both phones will face the problems of apps not supporting the taller display. While Netflix and YouTube will run fine on these displays, games like Injustice 2 will either have visuals cropped from the sides or run with a black bar on the top and bottom. The display of the OnePlus 5T has a slightly warmer tint, while the Honor View 10 tends slightly towards the cooler side and has a blue tint, although both the phones give options to tune the display manually. The OnePlus 5T goes an extra mile and gives an option to switch between color gamuts. Overall, despite having the same taller panel with an 18:9 aspect ratio, the OnePlus 5T has a better display than the Honor View 10. Talking about performance, both the smartphones run on flagship-grade processors. However, the higher-end OnePlus 5T boasts of 8GB of RAM, while the Honor View 10 is available in 6GB RAM only. As a result, benchmark results will peg the OnePlus 5T higher than the Honor View 10. However, the View 10 makes up for the slack in raw performance with AI-centric features that prevents the phone from slowing down over time. Both the phones rely on F2FS, that is, a flash-friendly file storage format that improves sequential read-write speeds, improving app opening times. As a result, both the phones are quite snappy to operate. Now, while the OnePlus 5T is built for speed, the Honor View 10 is more intelligent. The phone boasts of some nifty features that augments the usability of the phone. For one, the camera on the View 10 can recognize objects and people and tune the photo composition based on that. You can also insert 3D objects in the photograph, much like the Pixel 2, but the application is not as perfect. The Honor View 10 can also unlock the phone using facial recognition, but the feature will be enabled via an OTA update. On the other hand, one of the marquee features of the OnePlus 5T is its face unlock, which is blazing fast. It is even faster than the iPhone 10, although it is not as secure. While the Honor View 10 runs on Android 8.0 out of the box, the OnePlus 5T is still stuck with an older version, but the update will arrive soon-ish. The 5T runs on the Oxygen OS, which is based on stock Android with some nifty augmentations, while the Honor View 10 runs on EMUI 8.0 that brings the so-called AI features on board. Honor is no stranger to dual cameras, and the Honor View 10 is perhaps the best application of the technology so far. The phone houses a 16-megapixel color sensor and a 20-megapixel monochrome sensor. Incidentally, the OnePlus 5T also uses a similar 16-megapixel and 20-megapixel dual camera combination that similarly shoots in RGB and monochrome respectively. Under a clear, bright, sunny sky, the OnePlus 5T takes more true-to-source photos. You will notice the color reproduction is closer to the original. Zooming in will tell you the details on the OnePlus 5T are more accurate, but it does not have the dynamic range and saturation that the Honor View 10's camera has. The Honor View 10's photos pop out, and overall they are sharper than the OnePlus 5T. Indoor shots during the day also look better on the View 10 than the OnePlus 5T. You can see this in the photo that the walls look darker on the OnePlus 5T than the View 10. Also, note that the OnePlus 5T makes the walls look whiter than it should, considering it is daytime, and the white should be warmer, which is what the Honor View 10 brings out. Both the phones are capable of portrait shots while the background is blurred to bring the objects in focus. But the OnePlus 5T's portrait mode works better than the Honor View 10's. Both the phones are quite adept at reproducing details on a macro shot. But the OnePlus 5T once again suffers from bland colors, while the Honor View 10 saturates it and presents a pleasing to the eye result. In poorly lit indoor spaces, both the OnePlus 5T and the Honor View 10 tend to perform decently. Essentially, both the phones leverage their respective dual cameras to minimize the noise. But there is a trade-off in the sharpness of the image, as heavy noise reduction makes the image soft with lesser details. Under extreme low light though, both the phones are unable to take a clear shot. There is a drastic drop in details and shadows have high noise. Talking about the front camera, the OnePlus 5T features a 16 megapixel sensor and the Honor View 10 has a 13 megapixel shooter. But the View 10 goes the extra mile and allows portrait selfies which blurs the background to keep your face in focus. However, the application is shoddy and it tends to overexpose selfies and softens the details on the face. Selfies on the OnePlus 5T look more natural even when there is no portrait mode to boast of. The selfie camera on the 5T is simply more capable than the Honor View 10. The Honor View 10 packs in a lot of juice with a 3750 mAh battery, and with an IPS LCD display, the power intake is lesser than the OnePlus 5T, which has a smaller 3300 mAh battery. However, both the phones can easily last over a day with a single charge under moderate usage. So which one should be your choice? Well, the OnePlus 5T and the Honor View 10 are extremely capable devices with loads of features and cutting-edge technology, but the two are aimed at two distinct types of user. The OnePlus 5T is built for speed. Everything about that phone is tuned to make the phone run like a beast, starting from its flagship-level processor, oodles of RAM, and a lightweight near-stock Android interface. The Honor View 10, on the other hand, is for someone that craves innovative new features. The phone is skin deep in all the latest AI features and leverages machine learning to fill up the gaps. Nevertheless, the fact remains that the Honor View 10, priced at 29,999 rupees, is significantly cheaper than the 8GB OnePlus 5T, which retails for 37,999 rupees. That huge price gap can make the Honor View 10 an obvious choice over the latter, but if speed is what you crave, then nothing better than the OnePlus 5T. So, what do you think about this comparison? Comment down below and don't forget to like and share this video. Thanks for watching.